Hi everyone, welcome to Tim Talks. I'm Tim Bucher from Trattore Farms, and this week we're talking about pizza. So with us today we have the pizza queen, Mary Louise,
Yep.
who's in charge of our pizza program here. And we're going to start off by her telling us how she makes the dough every Friday.
Yep. So we start on Friday so that the dough balls are ready on Sunday morning for Pizza Sundays. We start out, we've got
By the way, Pizza Sundays are starting up now.
Yes, actually April 11th is
April
the first
11th.
Pizza Sunday.
Okay.
So we start off with a big mixing bowl. This belongs to our very special dough mixer, which Tim may want to tell you where we got that.
It's Tim's mixer. It was given to me on my birthday many years ago, and then I had to donate it to Trattore Farms. That's how it works here.
He does occasionally benefit from the pizza dough that comes off of it, though, every so often. So we're going to start out with, we've got 5 pounds of 00 flour.
Which we've already put in the bowl.
And we've had for the last 5 minutes warm water, about 100 degrees, and activating our yeast.
Ooh,
so
look
a
at it
cup
bubbling,
of water
bubbling.
and the yeast.
Yep.
It's getting all kind of frothy. And we're going to add to the flour 5 cups of water. This can be room temperature.
Okay.
And then we're going to add in 4 teaspoons of salt.
Okay.
Right?
And this is just sea salt.
Yes, just sea salt.
All right.
So 4 teaspoons of it. So add this all onto the flour and the water, and then the yeast has been sitting for about 5 minutes. We're going to add the yeast in here as well to the whole mixture.
So that sits for 5 minutes, and that has to have a little bit warm water?
It does. It needs to be at least 100 degrees, so pretty warm to the touch, but not too hot.
Okay, so 5 pounds of flour, 5 cups of room temp water, 1 cup of warm water with the yeast, total of 6 cups.
Yep.
Put it all together, and then we're going to put it in our mixer.
Yes.
All right?
Exactly.
So let's go to the mixer now.
Okay.
We put all the dough or the flour together with all the other ingredients, and now we're ready to mix. So you brought it over here to Tim's mixer.
Tim's mixer, exactly.
Okay.
Going to close all the safety guards. We've got the bread kneader implement installed, and we just go ahead and we set it for 2 minutes and let it go. Oops, gotta put it up first. Sorry, there we go. Now it'll go. And this is gonna mix for 2 minutes, and it'll actually, by the time that's done, we're gonna end up with a beautiful ball of dough, but we're not quite done yet.
Okay. And there you have it, how we make dough. Right. So now it's mixed for 2 minutes, and it's turned into, you're right, a nice little ball. And then what do you do?
Now we're going to add 4 teaspoons of olive oil. I'm using our Cal Tuscan olive oil.
This is the secret ingredient.
Yes.
So all the special Italian flour and everything is great, it's wonderful, but it's really the Dry Creek Olive Company oil that makes the big difference here.
So I just pour it right on top of the dough ball.
4? How many?
4 of them.
4 teaspoons?
4 teaspoons.
Okay.
Yes, just like the salt.
And then
4
you take a
teaspoons.
shot of the oil yourself.
I do, exactly.
Okay.
Lick the bowl.
Okay. And then we'll mix it again for how long?
All right, for now it mixes for another 2 minutes.
All right, let her go.
Shut this off and go again.
Excellent. We're getting closer to having dough. Okay, so those 2 minutes are up with the secret recipe, which is
The special olive oil.
special olive oil. So now what do you do?
Now we're going to actually let the dough rest. I like to just use a little piece of plastic wrap, and I gently cover the dough ball and just kind of going around the bread hook here.
Yep.
And just cover it with some plastic wrap loosely. It's going to rest now for about 20 minutes.
Okay, so the 20 minutes are up, and now we pull the plastic off.
Yep.
And we mix it for how long now?
Now we mix it for another 3 minutes.
Okay, so it's 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 20 minutes rest, and then 3 minutes. Now it's starting to really kick. Okay, so the dough is done mixing.
It's all set.
And now what do we do?
Now you can show everybody that beautiful dough ball that we've got. We're going to put it into an oiled bowl. It's got to rest now.
Doesn't come out.
It's stuck. Just use a spatula to kind of peel it away from the sides of the bowl. It comes out relatively easy, actually.
It's a big dough ball.
It's just heavy. There we go. All right. There we go.
Look at that. Okay.
Isn't that beautiful?
So now what happens?
Now we're going to cover it with plastic wrap, cover it really tightly.
Okay.
And I usually just cover it with a cloth, and it's going to sit and rise for 2 hours at room temperature.
All right, so we are back, and it's been about 24 hours, so let's take a look at the dough.
Okay. grand unveiling.
Whoa.
Oh.
Wow.
There we go. Well, when I uncovered it, it pulled down a little bit. But yes, you can see it's really risen.
Wow, it's filled up the whole bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so then what do you do?
We're going to take it out of the bowl.
The whole thing?
The whole thing. Whole thing. Going to plop it right down, big old dough ball, right on the...
You need me to do anything?
You want to hold the bowl for me? I will scrape it into there.
Okay.
Thank you.
This is like getting it out of the mixing bowl too.
Exactly. There we go.
So, wow.
There we go. Yeah. All righty.
And how many pizzas would something like that make?
Oh, a big ball like this makes about 21 to 22 pizza dough balls.
Okay.
Yeah.
So typically we do here every Sunday we do at least 2, sometimes more than that. Mm-hmm. So then what do you do now? You just
now what we
cut it
do
up?
is we use this. It's a dough cutter. It's just basically a sharp, kind of a somewhat sharp edge, and we cut chunks of dough off here.
Yep.
Lightly floured, and then what we do is using kind of a technique where you're holding in one hand and kind of continually rolling the dough edge into the middle. You're kind of making a mushroom cap out of it.
Okay.
You see how it's looking here?
Yep.
And then voila,
Look at that.
that's it. You just need to give it a few times so you have a beautiful, nice dough ball.
And then you put that in the pizza dough trays. So there are these big plastic trays that stack. Okay, so we've learned how to make the dough, how to rest it, how to rise it, and how to split it up into individual little dough balls. And now we're ready to light the fire.
We are.
So today is Sunday morning, and from now until October, we're going to be having Pizza Sundays.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Pretty
indeed.
exciting.
Yep.
And how many different pizzas do we make?
So we're going to make 3 different pizzas. We always have the traditional margarita, which is a vegetarian option. We're going to do the goat, which highlights our Meyer lemon olive oil with pear and goat cheese. And then we have the fireworks, which is our jalapeno olive oil with salumi and Parmesan cheese. And every so often, just for fun, we'll throw in a pizza of the day.
Does Flanagan, our dog Flanagan is down here, does Flanagan get any pizza?
No, Flanagan does not get any pizza. He's got a delicate tummy.
All right, so what we do is we put 2 logs in the fire. This is our Mugnaini wood-fired oven. We put 2 logs in, and then we put these Weber fire starters in that do not leave any residue. And then we put some kindling on top, and we light it and start stacking the wood until the top of the dome gets white hot. And then we kind of let it settle back down to about 700 degrees or so, which is about where we cook our pizzas.
Mm-hmm, right, between
so
650 and 750 is perfect.
So we're going to light the fire. Okay, we got the fire now put to the back. Normally you put it to the right and to the left, but we also like to put it in the back, let the flames die down. All right, the fire is started and it's at temperature. And now it's time to stretch the pizza dough. So what do you do?
So I take the ball out. They've been rising and have gotten a little bit bigger in size. They're almost room temperature. They're still a little cool. Press them out flat. So you start making your round dough ball, and then kind of in a, I guess a driving motion more than anything, like on the circular motion. I go clockwise. You kind of go from noon to 9 p.m. with each hand, and you start stretching.
So you want to stretch the dough. You don't want to roll the dough. And then when it gets bigger, you can put your knuckles underneath it and stretch it that way. And then you can throw it above your head, turn around, spin, catch it on your back. That's what I do.
He does.
But I don't want to show you that right now.
I'm not quite as good as he is, so I'm not going to do that for you right now.
Okay.
I'm just going to continue to stretch. And I do squish out the air bubbles. I've had a few there.
All right, we'll be right back to see the finished product on the dough, and then we'll get it laid up and cook it.
You bet.
So after a few minutes, the dough ball has become a nice, beautiful pizza dough, and now we're ready for toppings. So
this edge was a little thick. I'm just going to stretch it just
a
tad more.
Stretch.
There you go. Alrighty.
Now let's get it set up. So what are you going to make? Margarita?
I'm going to make a margarita. So we're going to start with the San Marzano pureed tomatoes. I did not put basil in this time when it was pureed, just a little bit of salt, because we're going to put fresh basil on top.
Okay, that looks good. I'm ready to eat that now.
You're ready to eat it now? Yeah.
And so you got the tomatoes, tomato sauce. So remember, there's a bunch of different pizzas that are made every Sunday, 3 typically, and then there's usually a special. So you've got the tomato sauce.
Tomato sauce. Then you're going to put the mozzarella cheese on it. Yeah.
Okay, so you just break it apart and
break it apart, flatten it a little bit so that it melts kind of consistently.
Okay, so that's the cheese, and then you put
then we're going to put
olive oil.
The olive oil we're going to do at the end. We could put some on now too, before we cook it.
Stanley Tucci says you got to put olive oil on it.
Does he? Well, I really like Stanley
Yeah.
and his cooking show. So
Okay, there we go.
we're going to do a little bit of salt.
Pinch of salt.
Pinch of salt on it.
And then
we're going to do some basil, fresh basil on it.
Okay. Good.
A few fresh basil leaves.
I'm getting hungry.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
All right.
We'll have a tutorial on this on how to eat it too afterwards.
I'll be giving that one.
All right. Thank you. I was wondering who was going to help with that.
Yep.
Okay. There
And
we
that's
go.
it.
And that's pretty
And
much
a little pour of.
Hand me the Mission Blend.
All right, there we go.
Put our Mission Blend olive oil. Just put a little bit on it.
Just pour it around in a little circle, and that's and then it's ready to go in the oven.
There it is.
So
One of the key things, though, make sure it slides.
Yeah, you got to make sure it
slide
slides.
on the peel. So there was a little bit of flour on there. Now it's ready to go in the oven.
All right, let's cook it.
Right.
The wood has been put to the side or to the back. We're ready to go in. Before we put it in, we always check the temperature. So it's about 680 degrees. Pretty much perfect.
Yeah.
So now it's time to go in. Now you don't just like lay it in. You kind of have to use your wrist,
yeah,
right?
there's a little bit of a technique to it. So that's why I said it was important that you make sure it slides.
All right.
I always like to put the tip of the paddle down, and then you give it a little shove, like that.
And there you go. Pizza is ready after about 90 seconds. Look at that. Looks good.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Okay, so the pizza is done. Now it's time to cut it and eat it. So we've got beautiful. It smells so good. Has tomatoes. What do you call those again?
They're San Marzano.
San Marzano.
Those are your
So then you put it into a plate.
on a plate here.
And then
Give it a little bit of a finish with the. We're doing the Mission Blend olive oil,
Nice.
and we are ready to go.
Okay, so you want to take a piece?
Sure.
I'll take a piece.
All right. Ooh, cheesy and good.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's really good. Well, we're going to enjoy the pizza. We hope you've enjoyed this Tim Talk as much as we have. We'll see you again in 2 weeks. Come on by any Sunday for Pizza Sunday or any day at Trattore Farms. We'd love to have you. So with that, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
This is good.